We'll get started with the call in just a minute. Go ahead and drop your city and state in the chat if you will. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Dream Team. Glad to see you on the call this morning. It's the first Saturday call, and we're going to go ahead and get started in just a minute. I'm excited. I hope you are too. If you don't see your team on this morning, go ahead and reach out to them. Send them a message, whatever you have to do. Let's get it started this morning, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, drop your city and state in the chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first call of this Saturday, Dream Team call. We'll get started in just a minute. Drop your city and state. I'm excited this morning. I hope you are. Grab your team. Make sure they're on. We'll get started in just a minute. Let's see who we have on the call so far. Okay. I see Las Vegas in the house. Hey, Miss Edna. I see Marie, St. Louis. Michelle, California. Welcome. Good morning. Valerie, good morning. Rhode Island. Okay. April, Princeton, Texas. Okay. Who else we have this morning? Colorado, Mark James. Good morning. And Charlene, St. Louis. Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started in just 1 second. Grab your team. They don't want to miss this powerful information this morning. Good morning, and drop your city and state if you're just joining. Again, welcome everyone to this Saturday morning Dream Team call, the first one. And we're excited this morning. If you will, reach out to your team if they're not already on. Drop your city and state in the chat. We'll get started in just 1 minute. Good morning, everyone that's just joining. I see DJ, good morning. Drop your city and state. We'll get started in just 1 second. Again, welcome. I see we have about 11 people on the call. We want to pass this thing out. I'm excited this morning. I hope you are. If your team's not on, grab them, call them, text them, message them, whatever you got to do. We're going to have a powerful call this morning. The first Saturday call that Dream Team is doing, and I'm excited about that. Go ahead and reach out to your team if they're not on. We'll get started in just a minute. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, gentlemen. Everybody, glad to see you on. Let's get this morning started right, and we'll get started in just a minute. Again, if you have not been on just a minute ago, go ahead and drop your city and state in the chat, and we'll get started in the next few minutes. Okay, see some more St. Louis in the building this morning. See, who is this? Wani. Good morning, Wani. Good morning, DJ.
See, that's what my mom is.
We'll just keep your lines muted, please. We're going to get started with the call in just 1 second. Grab your team. Go ahead and drop your city and state in the chat. And I hope you're as excited as I am this morning. I could hardly sleep just trying to get everything prepared for you guys. I hope you're amped. I hope you're ready to go. We're on the 90-day run. Okay, I'm so excited to go ahead and start our call this morning. I hope you are excited about what we have going on this 90-day run and everything with the team. I am very excited this morning to have all of you join in with me. The 90-day run is going to be something that, you know, can change your life if you really go out there and do something different. And so I just want to say good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining the call. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the mic. If anyone has anything to say right now or wants to say before we start the call, you can. If not, we'll go ahead and start what I have set up. But I just want to open it up by saying, how is everyone doing this morning? Is everyone good? Awesome. I see some heads nodding and everything, but this is basically, you know, a training that is going to help, I would say, help you in your 90-day run, you know, overcome some things that's holding you back, overcome some things that is has you stagnant or things that you're struggling with, you know, to move forward. And so I want to go ahead and start the video off with this motivational, powerful video that I chose to share with you guys. And then we'll go ahead and proceed. Give me 1 second.
As a kid, I didn't know, but my gift is that I found out later on, I have the ability to think extremely quick, and I can take any piece of information and transpose it into comedy immediately. Now, when you're a kid and you don't understand that, you get in a lot of trouble. I didn't know what it was until I got older, that this was a gift, that it did make room for me, that I became a stand-up comedian, which started with a dream of mine, and it led to where I am today. It's a lot of stuff that happened in between there. But your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your God-given gift, and everybody has one, and God gives it to you at birth. You don't have to go anywhere to discover it. It's not in the water, it's not on a mountaintop, it ain't hid under a rock. Your God-given gift is instilled in you at birth. If you pursue that as opposed to your passion, there lies your greatest chance for success. The problem with people is we don't pursue our gift oftentimes. We try to go get an education and make it think that's gonna get us somewhere, and then we try to pursue a passion. If you identify that gift, man, that gift is the thing that can make you great. Listen to me, man. Ain't got nothing to do with what God got for you. What you did back there was learn the lessons to get you to where you are at this particular moment right here. But what God got for you, do you know, man, that you can actually mess your life completely up? You can jack it all the way up and you can turn around and get it right. Do you know that you can be divorced multiple times and still be okay? Do you understand that you cannot have a degree and still be just fine? You wanna know how I know? Because I'm telling you what I know. I lost everything twice. I don't know if you've ever lost everything before, but I've been bottomed out twice. I done seen rock bottom 2 times. I've been through some walls up in here, man. I'm just trying to tell you, man, God is really with you. Matter of fact, write a book on how to make it without God. Because I wanna read it. I wanna read the first page, and then I wanna read the last page, because there ain't gonna be but 2. God is in the forgiving business. You can make all the mistakes you want to make or think you shouldn't make. God is in the get it together business. If you got dreams and visions, I got news for you. God is in the make your dream come true business. He did it for me, how he won't do it for you? A lot of y'all better than me. I'm just gonna flat out tell you. Most of y'all ain't done what I had to do to get to where I am today. You just ain't had to do this type of dirt. You ain't been homeless, so you ain't got to scrap like me. Most of y'all didn't come, you're not old as me. I've overcome it all because I have a relationship with him. And you can listen to me and tell that I'm not a perfect person. I have my flaws. I am a flawed human being, but guess what? You are too. You ain't got it all together. I dare you to say you do. I make a lot of money, man, but guess what? I ain't got it all together. I'm hurting, man. Everybody tripping through something. Everybody, I don't care who you are, you going through something. But if you got God, you can make it. I'm just telling you this little piece of information. I don't see most of y'all most of the time. So you're sitting here, you're kind of looking at me a little bit odd. Why Steve talking like this stuff? I'm just trying to put you on game. Because let me tell you, all y'all want to be successful and you want to be happy, but you got to get there. It's a shortcut to getting there. The shortcut to getting there is the relationship with God. If you try it without him, you're going to fail miserably. You're going to sink, man. It's going to be ugly for you. Now, this is what you got to do. Identify your gift and get busy with it. God gave all of you a gift. Identify your gift. It is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your gift. Get busy at that. If it's drawing, if it's teaching, if it's sharing, if it's caregiving, he put that gift inside of you. He didn't hide it under a rock or put it under the mountain or put it on the mountain somewhere. He put the gift in you. And you look at me any kind of way you want to. What I'm just telling you is real. That's how you become successful. Identify your God-given gift, what he gave you at birth. If you do that, God will open up the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing that you won't have room enough to receive. if when the alarm clock goes off in the morning and you ain't happy about it, you ain't doing what you want to do. See, you fighting upstream. You going against what God created you for. If your job makes you sick to go to, if you're unhappy with waking up to go to where you got to go, it's because you ain't living in your gift. Some people are born to be teachers, caregivers, nurses, babysitters. Those are gifts, you know what I mean? If you're living in your gift, you cool. It's just if you ain't. Telling jokes was a gift. They're just not just running, jumping. If you paint, you should be painting. If babysitting is what you really do, you should be babysitting. You doing anything. If you fix cars, you work with your hands, you're supposed to be working with your hands. You do anything else, when that alarm clock go off in the morning, you ain't gonna like it. Now, if you waking up, you going down there, they ain't paying you what you want, you hate your coworkers, you down there, your boss has no business being your damn boss. See, that's what messed me up. I didn't know what I had was a gift when I was growing up. I just stayed in trouble. Because I just fired it off. My gift is I could take anything, any piece of information and transpose it into comedy immediately. I don't have to think. It just comes to me instantly. It's a gift. It's crazy. And when I was young, I didn't know how to control it. I just stayed in trouble. I would hate to die and never do the thing I was born to do. You should look into that before you mess around and check out of here. I mean, it is what it is, you know, it's COVID. This is the first time that the entire world has had the exact same problem. I mean, we just have to deal with it, you know. It's not just happening for Americans, it's not just happening for the poor. Rich people catching it. You understand? This can attack anybody. So it's something we all got to pay attention to. A lot of people are looking at this the wrong way. There is a blessing in everything. Behind every moment of adversity in your life, there is a blessing and a lesson. Pain always leaves a gift. Always. It's not going to change for you. It's COVID for everybody. This ain't just you. Your world 42 ain't finna crumble because you got to change your career. You have to change your career. You just said it in the question. Maybe it was time for you to move on. Don't worry about the people that God has removed from your life. He saw things you didn't see. He heard conversations you couldn't hear, and he made moves you wouldn't make. When a door gets shut, all you gotta do is walk up the hall. It's more doors. This is God. Could it be that there's a different door that he wants you to go through that was better than the door that got shut in your face? You have to live your life in expectation of wonderful things happening. God is a merciful God. He didn't bring you this far to leave you. He didn't set you up to fail. You're tripping. You're tripping, man. He only wants to progress his children. That's all he want to do. Even if you're wrong, he forgives us. Just keep moving, man. It ain't nothing. This thing right here, really, man, you got to look. So many good things have happened to me. Now, look, I've had some painful moments in this like you. But hey, I look for the bright side, man. I expect something good to happen. I'm back at work. And then I just sit in expectation and wait and see what he got for me. Because he got something for me. Your gift will make room for you. Now, what is your gift? It's the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your gift. Quit running away from the gift. Your gift will make room for you. Stop trying to be something you ain't gifted at. Nobody asked you to go down here and study to be a dentist, and you ain't really good at that. Listen to me. All of you have this gift. Identify it. It's the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's what you should be doing. You're wasting your time pursuing your passion. What are you gifted at and do that? Stop tripping. You can do that. If you fry chicken better than everybody you know, you ought to be somewhere frying chicken. People People make millions of dollars frying chicken. Popeyes, Kentucky Fried Chicken, El Pollo Loco. All they doing is making chicken. They just found a way to do it. Somebody just started making chicken. You know the story of Marie Callender's? Do you know what this woman did, man? She worked for a diner, a greasy spoon diner that was going out of business. It was her only job. She was a single mother. It was her only job. She needed that job, but the diner was gonna close. So she went to the owner of the diner and said, let me bake one of my pies. People like my pies, and see if I can help you make a little money. He said, whatever, bring it in. She bought one pie in. They sold every slice. The next day, the people came in and asked for the pie. She had to go home and make another pie. The next day, so many people asked for the pie, she had to make 4 pies. Then people started saying, can I buy my own pie? She made so many pies at this store that she eventually saved her money and put a commercial oven in her house. Now, she done made so many pies, the dude's shop, he ain't selling hamburger no more. All he's selling is them damn pies. That's how Marie Callender got started. Marie Callender now has over 120 restaurants. You can't go to no frozen food section without seeing Marie Callender in there. When I was Steve Hightower, Kings of Comedy, when I had that hair, the dude that cut my hair, I met him in 1986. He cut my hair for $10. I remembered him. When I got on TV, I hired him. He came out there, he started making $300 a haircut. I paid him 10. He had been with me so many years that he was making $1,500 per haircut. I was getting my hair cut 4 times a week for television and touring. I paid him $1,500 each time. He was making $6,000 a week. You know what he was doing? Cutting hair. That same haircut I paid $10 for in '87. This dude was cutting it now for me for $1,500. That's his gift. Friend of mine we grew up with, all he did was cut grass. He had a single blade lawnmower that he pushed. He was so good at it, he could raise the blades up and lower them. He could cut patterns in your grass. We little, I'm going, hey man, we going swimming. Now I got to cut Miss Jackson grass. He could cut patterns in your yard. He could put your initials in your grass. As a little boy, $2 for the front, $2 for the back, $4. We used to laugh at him all the time. Well, let me tell you what we're laughing at now. He got a landscaping company in Cleveland. You know how much this boy making? $4 million a year. You know what he do? He cut grass. He got 38 trucks. He got all the contracts in the city, malls, corporations. And when it's snow outside, he do such a good job cutting the grass, he put plows on the front of his trucks, and he got all the snow removal contracts. This boy making $4 million a year, and you know what he do? He cut grass.
Okay. That was an amazing, powerful message if you just, took in everything that they were saying. I also have one more. I want to get feedback from you all and everything. So we'll go ahead into the next video. And I really want to know what your take is on what you're hearing, how this is going to affect you moving forward in, the business, how it's going to help you move forward. What is this saying to you? What is this trying to relate to you? What is this going to pull out of you that you haven't shown the world yet? What is your gift? So I'm going to go ahead into the next video, and then we will discuss what your take is.
Imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attraction. This is important information.
And think about, because tomorrow's the first day of the rest of our lives. So what an opportunity we have to practice what he preached.
Because it's actually a scripture, but it's a scripture that's never explained to you the right way. When I learned it, it changed my life. Now, it's a scripture that you've all heard. It says faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. All faith is, really, the substance of it is just what you hope for. That's all faith is. It's just real hard hoping. You remember when you was little and you said, I hope I get a bike for Christmas? And you went out there one year and the bike was under the tree? You remember when you said you hope you graduate and you mess around and got a diploma? Then you remember when you said you hope you get a job and you mess around and you got a job? At one point in time, the older you get, this got to start clicking in. That faith is really the substance of things hoped for. That if you hope hard enough, one day you ought to get smart and turn all that hoping into belief. And what is belief? Nothing but faith. And what is faith? Faith is belief in things that you cannot see. When you ain't see no way you was gonna get a job, got you one, didn't he? When you ain't see no way you was gonna get that bike, he got you one, didn't he? When you didn't think you was gonna graduate, you graduated, didn't you? That's because God was turning your hopes into faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for.
But, you know, faith without works is nothing. So try to be an agent for good.
Hit a kicker. This is the part you gotta get. And the evidence of things not seen. Remember I told you that imagination is everything? It's the preview to life's coming attraction. But let me tell you the problem with your imagination. Problem with your imagination is you tell it to the wrong people. You want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. Do you know how many times God has showed you something in your imagination that you knew was just for you? You were so excited when he came to you, you went and you shared it with your family and friends. You know what they did? They shot it down. You know why they shot it down? Because they couldn't see it. You know why they couldn't see it? Because God didn't show it to them. He showed it to you. He showed you the evidence of things not seen. See, they might love you, but they don't know what God gonna do for you. See, your mama and them, your cousin them, your friends, they don't know. See, you gotta be careful when you share your imagination with small-minded people. Nobody else can see your imagination but you. But see, it ain't just you imagining stuff. It's your God showing you a preview of a coming attraction that he has for you. God loves you right where you at. All of you, you're in the process right now. You're in the process of becoming what God wants you to be. See, the reason you wake up every day is because God ain't through with you yet. Because he still has something for you that you've yet to receive. But you have to start living your life in expectation. You have got to start expecting great things to happen for you in order for it to happen. It is the law of attraction. It is real. It is nothing fake about it. A man is as he thinketh. If you live your life in expectations, that's what happens to you. If you live your life in despair, that's what happens to you. If you say all men are dogs, you're gonna meet every last one of them. I'll never be rich, you won't. You won't. The moment you change the frequency that your tower emits, the moment you change that frequency, different things come back to you. I'm telling you this how it works. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude. Change your attitude, you change your altitude. I'm going to tell you something that every successful person has to do, including you. Believe it or not, every successful person in this world has jumped. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. You are going to have to jump. You cannot just exist in this life. You have got to try to live. If you're waking up thinking that it's got to be more to your life than it is, man, believe that it is. Believe in your heart of hearts that it is. But to get to that life, you're going to have to jump. I'll tell you why I call it jumping. When you see people in life, when you're standing on the cliff of life and you see people soaring by, when you see people soaring, going to exotic places, you hear about them doing wonderful things. Maybe you look up the street and your neighbor just gets a car every year and every 2 years. You know, how is he doing that? Have you ever thought, maybe this person right here has identified their gift and is living in their gift? You just got to quit looking at gifts as running, jumping, singing, dancing. It's more than that. It's if you know how to network, if you can connect dots, if you draw, if you teach. Some of y'all fry chicken better than anybody else, bake pie. Some of you cut hair, color hair. Your gift, not your education. You go get an education, that's nice. But if you don't use your gift, that education only gonna take you so far. I know a lot of people got degrees, man, they ain't even using. It's your gift. But the only way for you to soar is you got to jump. You got to take that gift that's packed away on your back. You got to jump off that cliff and pull that cord. That gift opens up and provides the soar. If you don't ever use it, you're going to just go to work. And if you're getting up going to work on a job every day that you hate going to, that ain't living, man. You just existed. At one point in time, you ought to see what living's like. But the only way to see what living like, you got to jump. And here's the problem. But just be real with you. When you first jump, let me tell you something. Your parachute will not open right away. When you jump, it's not going to open right away. You're going to hit them rocks. You're going to get some skin tore off on them cliffs. You're going to get all your clothes tore off. You're going to get some cuts on you. You're going to be bleeding pretty bad. But eventually, the parachute has to open. That ain't a theory, that's a promise. Here's another thing. You can play it safe and deal without the cuts and the tags. And you can stand on that cliff of life forever safe. But if you don't jump, I got another promise I can make you. Your parachute will never open. You'll never know. If I were you, I would jump. Because that's the only way to get to that abundant life. You got to jump, man. You got to take a chance. Now, when I get through talking, there are those of you who discuss this in the car. Well, I got bills. Whether you stay on the cliff or you jump, you're going to have bills. Well, if I quit my job, I'm going to ruin my credit. If you got a job, you live in check to check. Even if you got A1 credit, you can't buy nothing else no damn way. At one point in time, man, do yourself a favor. Before you leave this world, before you die, jump. Just jump one time. Just jump. Thank you very much.
Okay, wow. That was, I listened to that and a lot of other things that I was trying to decide on to help the team last night. And it just, both of those spoke to me, and I know it was for someone else as well. And so basically what I got from, both of those is operate in your gift. It's something that you have to offer everyone that you're around that, no one else has to offer. You have to ask yourself, what is your gift? What are you great at? What do you have to offer that sets you apart? Like no one else. What is your gifts? What makes people want to be around you? What drives people to you? At the end of the day, people work with who they like, love, and trust. Do they know you, like you, and trust you? Are you making people feel like they know you even when they don't know you? Are you making people, letting people into a glimpse of your life? What are you good at? What are things you like to do outside of your business that you can share with the world? We all have many talents. And so that's one of the things I feel like that will help a lot of us in business, is to execute more on what we really want to do. What all the things we write down on paper, all the things that we know that we are good at, execute everything, and also operating your gift. So I just want to go around and open up the mic right now to anyone else who wants to share exactly what they took from both of those videos. So at this time, if anybody else wants to share what they got from it, I'll go ahead and let you guys, share with us this morning. And let me know if you can unmute your mic if you have any issues unmuting your mic.
Yeah, so Samantha, everybody's on mute, but you can see who raised their hand and you can unmute them. You can see the yellow on the right.
Okay. So just click right and then unmute, ask to unmute.
Ask to unmute, there you
go. Okay, we'll start with the first one. I see Miss Obi, good morning, good morning. I'm gonna unmute you.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, can you see me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
I see you too, girl. I'm so proud of you. Thank you this morning. I'm so motivated. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yep, looking good there.
Thank you. I was up all night trying to get it together, last minute, but hey, we're here.
Yes. Well, good. Some of the takeaways that I got is what's meant for me is for me. And I just need to accept it and walk in it and stop running away from it.
Awesome takeaway. Okay. Yeah. Well, good morning. And I'm so excited that you joined in this morning. And we're going to go ahead to the next person. And I appreciate you giving your takeaway, Ms. Obi.
Good morning, Miss Samantha. Good morning, everybody. Samantha, I just want to give it back to you for this great training, the first Dream Team. You stepped up. I appreciate you. Got to give it back to you for leading this call. Yeah, Steve, that was very powerful, man. One thing that really stuck out to me, and growing up as a kid, in the church with my parents, one thing that stuck out was, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And even until this day, I still go by it. You know what I mean? I get away from it. So, sometimes I'm doubtful, but when you hear that every once in a while, when you just tell yourself that it's really true. Faith is the evidence of, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So I really appreciate you playing that, and just a daily reminder, you know what I mean? Just not for me, but just for everybody. So I want to thank you. I don't want to take up too much time. So give it back to you again. Thank you so much. Thank you. You all have a great rest of this Saturday.
Thank you, DJ, for sharing as well. Yes, it was very powerful. And I know that this is going to help a lot of people, you know, if you just tap into what you're good at. Don't concentrate on your weaknesses. That's something I had to learn, you know, over time. Concentrate on your strengths because that's what draws people to you. Whatever you're good at, do more of that. And so do we have any more people that wants to share before we go into whatever else I have planned? Okay, DJ lowered he still has his hand. I see you, Miss Edna.
Good morning, Miss Samantha. How you
Okay.
doing? Good morning to all the kings and queens. You're on the call. I appreciate you and give it back to you. My takeaway on is I'm piggybacking pretty much on what DJ said. Yes, faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. What resonated in my spirit was when he said small-minded individuals can't connect or they can't relate to my huge blessing.
Yeah.
That has not manifested yet. It hasn't manifested, and then the key word is yet. But according to my faith, I shall have. Now, I noticed the title was jump in with both feet and live. So I'm going to name my feet, and my feet are faith and they are hope. And I'm jumping in hard. And that's my takeaway.
All right. Awesome, awesome, powerful, Miss Wani. I think they call you Auntie Wani.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Who's next? Who wants to share? I see Miss Edna. Let's go to you next.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, Samantha, I want to thank you so very much for hosting this this call this morning, and it's a pleasure to be able to see your face rather than just a picture of you. So appreciate you very much. My takeaway, piggybacking on what the other three said, is about faith, having that faith and believing that you believe that you can achieve it. But also what really resonated with me is you can have the faith, but if you don't walk up to that edge and make that leap, then you're not walking in that faith. I can sit in my bedroom, my living room, my dining room, and just say, I believe that I'm gonna one day be able to do this. I believe that one day I'm gonna be able to do that. But if I don't get up off of that seat that I'm sitting in and begin to walk in it and begin to take action, then the Bible tells us faith without work is dead. So we have to make that leap. And that was my takeaway. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. Anyone else want to share before I go into what I have next? I can't really see who's all.
May I share something?
Yes, go ahead.
First of all, you know, phenomenal job, great choices of videos. One, I like what Miss Edna just said. You know, it's a blessing to see your face. You know, typically when you come on training, it's just an image profile of you. And so for those that are able, could everybody else just turn on their camera? Because I want to create the culture. And I know that some of you are probably in a place right now that maybe you're not able to speak, and that's fine. Maybe you're not able to turn on your videos, which is fine. But for the most of you guys, it's just a whole different experience when we're able to see each other's faces, because after all, we are a team and this is a culture that we're creating. Also, give yourselves a huge round of applause because this is our first, you know, Dream Team Saturday training, and you guys are here. So you're part of history. You know, sometimes you just need to be around a campfire. Sometimes it's not, you know, deep, hardcore training. Sometimes it's just to see the other team members, see that others are on this journey with you. And so that, you know, it's not just you, because times, you know, times are tough, times will get hard, but it's good just to be around other people, like-minded people. But what I got, my takeaway from this, I love how Mr. Steve Harvey was so vulnerable. I like how he was able, obviously he was able to resonate with me because he talked about, okay, he's like, yeah, I got money, but I'm hurting right now. Well, sometimes people might think that once they achieve financial freedom or once they achieve that they may not be hurting in other places. So to me, that really spoke volume to me, to see how, you know, he states that he's still human, that he's going through things. But I like also how he was able to identify other people's gift, how because he became successful, some of the people that he knew that he grew up with, that he, tagged them along as well. To me, I felt like there was like a inner circle or more so an accountability group because he saw others' gift and he kept them in his life so that they could really work on their gifts and how he talked about his friend that was a barber that he was paying $10 to for a haircut. Think about that, right? That person that maybe most people didn't know. And so when he was, when he put himself on, now he also put that other person. Now imagine if the world is hearing, hold on, this man is being paid $1,500 to cut Mr. Steve Harvey's hair. So that means the standard has been set. So anybody else have to pay that kind of money. So now you putting him in a position for him to be fruitful. So basically, what I gathered is like, you have to go and be great. And then you'll be in a position to where you can give people a hand up, not a handout, so that you can help, help others elevate. But sometimes, you have to get there.
Praise Lee, got it.
Sometimes we try to take everybody with us while we're struggling, while we're not there yet. It's like, you got to make it first. And I want you all to understand something. Everybody may make it to the same destination, but it's not going to be at the same time. And as this relates to business, it's like, maybe you're in here like, okay, you're showing up to webinars, you're showing up to calls, you're showing up to training, and you still haven't figured it out yet. Samantha has been with us for at least 2 years. This is her first time training, right? Now, that's great. That's great. But could you all imagine maybe where her business would be had she started training a year ago? The level of confidence, the more people that she might be able to attract in her business, the level of growth that she may have achieved already. Now, I'm applauding her for stepping up today, which is huge. But I just want us to understand that sometimes that we are the person that's in our own way. Sometimes we are. Sometimes it's so easy to hide behind a camera. Like sometimes we think that maybe because somebody else is doing the training that we don't have to be on. Some of you are probably thinking, well, I mean, maybe I didn't have to be on. No, I want to be on. I want to see how the team is doing. I want to see who's showing up because this helps me know who should I be working with. This shows me who is hungry. This shows me who is determined. I love to look at the engagements in the group. Just because someone could see training and say, you know what, hey, I can't make it today. I have so-and-so to do. You gonna let me finish, baby? You gonna say hi? No? You're not gonna say good morning? You're just gonna hide here? Okay, so, but again, thank you to everyone for showing up. Anytime I watch a video, I always see, how does this relate to our team? How does this relate to a business? So me, you got to be vulnerable because your story is going to attract a lot of people. And you have to understand that you're going through something that somebody else needs to hear. You're going through something for a reason. And so, I mean, you gotta grow through what you're going through. And so everybody's going through something right now. It probably took you a little bit longer and sometimes you're still unsure, but I'm telling you, this opportunity is the solution for everything that you're going through. If you're looking for family, it's this opportunity. If you're looking for money, it's this opportunity. If you're looking to serve, it's this opportunity. If you're looking to make impact over income, it's this opportunity. If you want a brotherhood or a sisterhood, is this opportunity. If you're looking for fun, is this opportunity. If you want to travel the world, is this opportunity. But how do we get there? We got to create the culture. And it starts with what you all just did today. See, showing up is 70%, but we actually have to do the work. You see the people that's showing up. So now you can see, okay, these are the people that are ambitious, that are driven. Let me work with these people. Let them be my accountability partner. let me reach out to them for assistance. So again, Samantha, I applaud you. Thank you so much for sharing. And the videos were well picked. The first video I really liked, it was super on point. The video was loud and clear, and it just spoke heavily to me. So just thank you for that. It looks like we got one more person that would like to speak. Yes, baby.
Okay, I hope I'm saying your name right. Andrea, how are you this morning? I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you.
Hi, good morning. Thank you, Samantha.
Good morning.
I'll just be quick. I was just saying with Mr. Steve Harvey, I listened to a lot of his inspirational videos on YouTube, and he usually has, you know, the same kind of message. And but a big part of it was to focus on your gifts. And I think a lot of people focus on their weaknesses, and that's what stops us from being successful or starting our journey to success, because we're thinking, because I thought the same thing, like my credit was not great. So I'm like, how can I help other people with their credit when mine's not good? Then I started focusing on what am I good at, and I'm good at helping people. I like to help people, listen to people. And so I use that skill to reach people and help them with their credit. I'm not an expert at credit, and I realized I don't have to be the expert, because usually I thought I had to fix mine, make mine 100% before I can help other people. Instead, I've changed it to let me help people now. People need help right now, not in 2 years, 3 years when my credit's good. How many people am I not helping by waiting? So use your gift now to help people and bring them on this journey with you. Because like Coach Legend was saying is, you know, where would you have been if you had started a year ago? You know, and time is moving with or without us. So let's get on it. Let's do it. Focus on your gifts, focus on your strengths. And whether you're confident or not, just fake it and then it'll come. You know, smile, use your gifts to bless other people, and success will come.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing. That is absolutely right. You know, you just want to concentrate on what you are, you know, what you are good at, you know, the things, don't hesitate and don't wait. You know, it's something to wake up and have a dream on your mind and your heart every morning, so much that you can't even rest at night. You're restless. And I've experienced that personally. Like, it's so much you want to do, so much you want to be, so much you have to do and want, but until you take action, you know, you're not going to feel fulfilled. You know, you're not going to feel like you're walking in your purpose or completing your mission, or what God puts you here to do. And so, yes, you have to walk, you have to, you know, act on what you see yourself doing. And so definitely, I totally agree. This is going to be, you know, this is a 90-day run. It's all about change. It's all about doing what you normally wouldn't do, stepping out there, kicking down doors that's been holding you back. And so I just want to go into asking everyone, you know, we talked about working in your gift, and how we're going to move forward in our 90 days is to know your gift and know where you're going and what's holding you back. And so I want to ask also to people on the call today that would like to share quickly before we end the call. This is, if we can unfold or unveil what it is that you're struggling with right now, what questions you might, you know, have moving forward in the 90-day run. What do you think it is that, you know, you're unclear about with the 90-day run that you need help with, or that you feel stuck in? What is holding you back? So what I just want to ask a couple of you to share your struggles. Like, people want to know exactly who you are, and I'm learning. You know, you can't just pretend. You have to let people know who you are and what you're going through. And sometimes we're afraid to be vulnerable. We're afraid to, you know, show people who we really are, or we just want to, you know, put up a front like everything is always perfect. And you know, you can't be perfect all the time. You can't be perfect all the time. And people will appreciate, you know, you being your authentic self at the end of the day. Your authenticity sells. Like I'm serious. Like when people see that, you know, they're able to relate to some things you've been through or going through, or challenges you have going on, and you made it through that, that's what's gonna take you far. So I wanna ask a couple of you to share your struggle over your journey with the business. What do you feel like is holding you back? What do you feel like you're unsure of, or that you need answers, you know, for to move forward? Does anybody want to share on this topic? Okay, I see Miss Edna. 1 second.
Okay, Samantha, it's going to be a twofold. I'm here with OB. So first, I'm going to tell you my struggle is plain and simple technology. I come from corporate America, and while I was in corporate America, computer science was my thing. After I got out of that field, I just started letting modern day technology, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, and the Twitters just pass me by. I knew about them, but I didn't really participate. And so that seems to be really what's holding me back, in addition to becoming a little more organized. So I would have to say technology and organization. That's my biggest struggle.
Okay. And
Can
you
I
want to say
chime in?
something? Okay, go
I
ahead.
do. Double trouble here. Technology for me, even though I'm familiar with the Facebook and Instagram, I had a bad experience with it, so I start to shy away from it. I think I shared that when you first brought me on, that I was, you know, some slander kind of stuff. So I just kind of backed away, but enough just to kind of know a little bit about it, but not really embrace it. So I'm learning, and what I learned, I'm teaching Mom, and we're sharing on that. And then organization also, in terms of, I have a folder where I'm copying and pasting the things that Coach recommend that we do and say, but just getting that stored. So when I go back to it, I can find it instantly versus I need to scroll. Okay, what was that? What was that? Or going back to the group and say, hey guys, can you give me this script? I know I have it, but it's not organized in a way where I can find it instantaneously. And then presenting, I'm working on myself, my health. You guys know, I've had some health issues, so I'm trying to work on myself and with the business, and plus working a job. So taking baby steps in all of them. And another thing is, in our groups are the different chats. Which ones do I need to pay attention to? Because there's so much coming at me, and I want to see everything, and then I missed like 100 conversations, and do I need to go back and read them all? And so those kind of things I struggle with, because I want to, but then I get overwhelmed and then I don't do it at all. So that's it.
I understand. Okay. So I'm gonna give feedback to Miss Edna first and then go to you. Miss Edna, I can definitely relate when you say you struggle with technology. I'm not tech savvy either. And so it can be difficult, like learning to manage your technology. Everything's ever changing every day. Like it's the reels, it's the TikToks, it's the everything. So when you have all this coming at you all at one time and you don't really know how to navigate it, it can be difficult. But we do have a lot of people on the team that can jump in where we are struggling and help us out with that. So I would say we need to come together and figure out. I know for one, Terrell has offered to help us like figure out TikTok and stuff like that if we want to do things like that. But as far as your basic Facebook and everything like that and navigating Instagram, I'd be willing to help you, do all that if that's what you're struggling with as well. As far as you're structuring your day and not having everything in line and everything, that's going to happen over time. Like this business, it is, sometimes if you don't have a structure or set schedule, it can be all over the place. And so entrepreneurship, everybody wants balance and things like that, but sometimes balance seems impossible. You can make it better by structuring your day, but it's hard to balance when you have your life, and your business going at the same time. So I would say just set up your day with a better schedule, and that will help you out with that as well. As far as you, Miss Ovi, Miss Ovi, I want to say you said you were struggling with, for one, your health, and I'm not sure what the issue is and everything, and we can discuss later, but I definitely can relate with that. You just have to not let it, be the determining factor of if it's going to hold you back or not, or, if you're going to move forward. At the end of the day, we can't change what's going to happen. So you just, you have to keep your mind stayed on where do I want to be, keep doing what you want, keep striving for your dreams, I'd say, and your goals, no matter what, and push through. And that's what I've learned along the way. You definitely, it's doable regardless of what you're going through. And, we don't realize who you're still inspiring, even though we are going through what we're going through. So I say, just keep going. And also, go ahead and tell me exactly what else you said. I forgot the other part that you were mentioning other than your health. I have to mute. Okay, I can't see where you are trying to unmute. Okay, I can hear you. Go ahead.
So yes, health is my number one priority. I'm gonna share with the group that on Wednesday before Christmas, I had a heart attack. So I'm still standing. I know there's a mission. God left me here for a reason. And I've accepted it and I'm moving on with it. Mom is here in Minnesota with me. We went to the Mayo Clinic and I got a review. I just need to change my diet and exercise or whatever. But one of the things that the doctor said was, first of all, I'm a miracle. And there's pretty much no trace that it happened. So how does that happen? I'm not even questioning. I'm just walking in the grace right now. So I'm just so thankful and full of joy. And but the things that I struggle with is, and all the different groups that we have, which ones do I need to just remove myself from? You know what I mean? In terms of what I need to listen to, because it's so much, there's so many things from the Telegram and the Messenger. I just get overwhelmed. I want to read it all, but I know it's not possible that I can, because the other things that are taking place in my life, full-time job and stuff like that. So that, and then getting organized when I copy and paste that things you guys recommend or suggest, and then I put it in my notes, getting back to it easily. Okay. I probably got one script copied and pasted 20 times in there. So just because I couldn't find it last time, let me put it at the top of my notes so that, because I know I'm going to need it. So just getting that, and what else? I don't remember. It's a whole bunch of stuff. And then technology. So Mom and I, we've been watching Thanks Coach YouTube videos, trying to learn some stuff. And that's kind of how I'm trying to tackle some of that, not making excuses or waiting for someone to share with me. That's what I'm doing right now. So yep, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. I just want to piggyback on what you're saying. Far as the groups goes, I've heard that before. With some people, it's harder for them to manage a whole lot at one time. So I'd say the main groups you want to concentrate on is, of course, Telegram. That's the Telegram, Legends Dream Team on Messenger, and Winning Team on Messenger. That's the 3 ones that will give you the most value and have all the schedule and everything we're doing from a day-to-day basis. So that's the 3 that I would say zoom in on the most. Now we have the other one. I have a new agent group that I sometimes, sharing and trying to build back up. And then we have Alliance, we have Legends Dream Team on Facebook, Alliance, and then we have Millionaire Mindset. And that's the other 3 that we added you into as well. So those 3 are just the ones basically where we share events, promotions, and stuff like that. So you can kind of like put that on the back burner until needed. But the 3 main ones I would say is Telegram, Win the Team, and Legends Dream Team and Messenger. And as far as you know, you saying basically you struggle with your technology as well, I would just say reach out to someone that's very good at doing that. You know, you can still manage, you know, some things in the business, not being tech savvy, but some of it, you know, it's going to take you, you know, learning a new skill. It's 90% mindset, 10% skill set. Yes, but you still, you know, you want to be open to growth and be open to learning something new that's going to help you, you know, be in with the end and the go and trend. So, I mean, you want as many eyes as you can get on you, you know, in your business. So that will take, you know, you doing something that you never done before, including myself. So just learning something new that somebody can help you with. And there's plenty of people, you know, that are able to help us. So, I definitely, you know, I'll get with you and Miss Edna with your concerns and everything, and we'll move forward with that. I appreciate you guys sharing. Anybody else want to give their take?
Samantha?
So
first of all, great job answering that. So, and I've been thinking about this. So the only 2 groups, let me make this easy because I've been hearing about this. The only 2 groups that people need is Legend Dream Team Telegram and the Legend Dream Team Facebook Messenger. Because sometimes now it's like information overload. Now, does somebody need Millionaire Mindset? No. Now, do the leaders need Millionaire Mindset? I would say the leaders need Millionaire Mindset and the leaders need the Alliance. Because when we try to get a brand new person into all these groups or somebody that's starting part-time, that, you know, like an idle mind does nothing. So here, like me, let's say that I'm a leader. So I'm in all these groups, but I can handle that capacity. But for everybody else, we simplify for them. So we put everyone and the Legend Dream Team on Telegram. And the reason we use Telegram is because we have a lot of people that, baby, you want to get down, please? Thank you. We have a lot of people that don't have Facebook. Like I meet so many people on Instagram or let's say YouTube. There are people that don't want to get on Facebook. Their Facebook is deactivated by them. They don't want to use Facebook. They're probably hiding from people, or they don't want people to see their life. Or I mean, they just don't use Facebook. So when somebody doesn't use Facebook, Telegram group, because imagine if we don't have Telegram and we meet someone on Instagram and they don't use Facebook, then how do we get them involved? How do they get these notifications for these calls? And they don't. So I really want people to understand, but we can't put somebody in 5 Telegram groups. Then it's sometimes the same messages overload. So this is why I say it's only 2 groups. They only need the Legend Dream Team, because what's happening is that everybody's creating so many groups, and then it's really no additional content. Now it's good to have something where you could, you know, talk to your team, but sometimes that can become too much. If we just focus on just one and we are just leverage that same group, then it becomes easy for people to have a go-to of where they're going to get information from. And so we use a Facebook Messenger because somebody may have Facebook. And so sometimes this is why, because even though somebody download Telegram, this is abnormal for them. They probably don't even have the Telegram on their home screen. So all these notification is probably on page 4 that they would have to slide to. And this is why, okay, look, we want you to add the Telegram group, but we want you to now move the Telegram group to your home screen because we want you to see these notifications. And the goal is every time somebody, before you go to sleep, just go through the groups. Because now you can see, okay, we have, Saturday training at 11. So before you go to sleep, just make yourself accountable. so you can look through. Now you might be at work, had a long day and you miss, but it should be your duty. Okay, before I go to sleep, let me look through, let me see what they talked about today. Okay. Like that's up to you. That's up to you, because the goal, but when we talk about alliance and everything else, as a person grows, like SDs and above, they need to be on those groups. Because let's say, like just now, watch this, just now while we're on this call, they just posted the webinar for the 8 p.m. call today. It's on the Alliance group. So this webinar is for the power of credit. So let's say I'm on vacation. Well, who's gonna be able to know to go look for that and put it in a group? Well, I'm expecting the leaders such as yourself, the SDs and above. That's why I need them in the Alliance group so that they can go gather that information, and then now they feed it to our team. But if we have a brand new agent, the ones that have to be in so many groups and to be on the lookout for everything, before you know it, they're just gonna quit. Because it's like, hold on, I didn't leave my job, or I didn't take this on to have another job. So the goal is to dummy proof everything, make it as simple as possible. Now, in regards to technology, you just have to start. I mean, we got all these different apps out there. I mean, you can make it work. Kids are making it work, older people. I mean, one of our top producers that we had on this team was Barbara Boyd. And Barbara was like, I mean, way older than everybody else that's on here. And she was top producer every month. Yeah. And she didn't have technology. But when she got on, she learned technology. So if Barbara could learn technology, anybody can learn technology. So that's what I got on that. But it's good to just be specific, only 2 groups. Because everybody wants to create their own group. It's like, you know, if you're not an RVP and above, you really don't need a new group. Because it's just like you're trying to lead your people. Well, so now it's like you're gonna take the message, your people's in this group, they're not in Legend Dream Team. You're gonna take the message from Legend Dream Team to forward it to them. What if you didn't do it on time? Now your whole team is behind. They missed this entire training that could help them take their business to the next level. Why don't we all just say, okay, 2 groups, Facebook Messenger and Telegram, Legend Dream Team. That way it's easy to be on one accord. And we know that everybody else in the group can be resourceful. Everybody in here can post value, can take over and help out your team to make it easy for you. That's what leverage is. So that's all I got on that. I think Julie's next. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, Julie. Let me unmute you and let you go ahead and share.
Hey y'all.
Hey, good morning.
So I had raised my hand in the beginning and then everybody started speaking and I then got lost in what I was going to say. But I know some of my challenges that I've been facing is just I feel like I get vulnerable in spurts when things like hit the fan, and instead of like putting that into my story where I can attract people that are going through similar things that I'm going through, or just seeing me as vulnerable in that moment. And then also my organization. When I came into this business, I was absolutely very organized. And then somehow, by the way, I then got really relaxed. And so just getting back to being super organized like I was, because then I noticed that helped me time-wise with everything that I was doing. So I have actually gotten a calendar, got I think it's a Google calendar as well as a physical one and a planner, just to make sure that I write everything down, because I notice I try to keep everything in my head and then I end up missing appointments. And moving forward, that's something I want to work on definitely between these next 90 days.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Marie. I can definitely relate with the getting in your, basically in tune with your feelings when something's going on in your life. That's partially a spring trait. I like to say I'm strong summer, but I'm a bit of spring too, because I'm very the one that's in tune with everything that's going on in their emotions and things like that. And I've always been that way. So you just have to work on being, strengthening your, your thought process when things are going on with you. And that's going to help you a lot, especially, you can't control what's going to happen from day to day. You can set your mind on, okay, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen. And then it seems like, boom, out of nowhere, some comes and punches you in the gut or knocks you down, and it's something else to have to deal with, and I totally get that. So, you just have to become a little, tough, have a little tougher skin. It's easier said than done sometimes, I know, but that's what's gonna keep you pushing forward in this 90-day tunnel vision. Do what you can, and then also have that discussion with your family on this 90-day run. I'm here for you. I'm here, but I'm not here right now. I have to focus. I don't need all these things thrown at me from different directions where I'm not in tune with what I'm supposed to be accomplishing. And so, just have that discussions, write down your goals, your plans, your visions, and most of all, execute them. Because if they stay on paper and you never, go through with what you have planned, it is, just a dream waiting on paper. So I definitely get that. And so thank you for sharing. Okay, who's next? Who else wants to? Okay, I see April. Let me unmute you, April. Good morning.
Good morning, Samantha. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So first off, I definitely want to give it back to you. And I just want to say that I'm super proud of you for stepping up and leading the call this morning. Is just like what Miss Etna was saying, it's definitely nice to, see your face and everything and to hear from you. I thought it was an excellent choice as far as the 2 motivational videos that you picked for the team. I definitely think it was something that was relevant and that we all needed to hear. And so I just wanted to just give you a huge shout out. I'm super proud of you, and I hope to definitely hear more from you in the future. So basically, I just wanted to just address what Coach had said about the multiple groups and everything, and just to offer just our perspective and get his advice as far as communication, like with our current agents and also new agents that's going to be joining our organization in the future. So with us creating winning teams, so for those of you that don't know, with us creating winning team, that's basically a team that we created for our particular agents to be able to communicate with them. So when I'm saying communicating, it may be certain trainings that we know that the team is needing, that they're struggling with, like with Miss Etna and Ovi, they mentioned that they're struggling with the technology piece and navigating social media. So that might be something that we may need to have a training on with the entire team on the next time that we get together and kind of discuss that. Or maybe, new agents that get on and, they need help with shout outs or particular things just that's specific to our team that they're struggling with. We'll have a training to communicate that with them. Also, too, if it's any events that, sorry, somebody keep calling me, but if there are any events that that's going to be coming up, if whether it's a GoPro event, or event that's in Florida or Vegas or anything like that, we definitely will promote that to our team and tell them that they need to be at the event, trying to get a head count on, who's registering for the event, who can show up for those events. If it's trainings and the leader is saying, reach out to your team, get everybody on this call. That's the primary focus for us creating that group, is to communicate with our team, because we have so many people, rather than trying to reach out to everyone one-on-one. So I guess I'm just trying to get an understanding of, in regards to those type of communications, what do you recommend that we do as far as communicating with the group? That's the question I have.
First off, great question. And thank you for the feedback. See, you are a higher title, like you've been around and you understand things. So you guys having the winning team is appropriate. But for everybody else, we got to set the standard so that they know, okay, once we get in, we have these two groups. Because when we hear stuff like, well, there's so many groups and there's so many messages, then that's a signal that, okay, maybe others are going through this. So why don't we, let people know this is what's expected? And so, but you having your group, I mean, you just explained that thing perfectly. I mean, that's the best reason. That's a very good reason to have that group, because you guys are a higher title. You guys are going to be doing different trainings and local trainings and all those other things with your team. But now let's say that we get a new agent. Now, are we going to welcome that new agent in every group? You see what I'm saying? So we got to try to see what's gonna maybe not get on people's nerves, because sometimes I see people leave groups and then I would reach out to them and it would be like simple things like, well, I'm seeing the same messages on all these groups. Why am I in all these groups? You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see how we can come up with a solution as a group to try to like minimize those things. We don't want people to be active and yet they're not in a group, because they feel like they're being bombarded with like the same messages. And so again, you just explained perfectly. So you guys, keep your group. You guys are doing a great job with that, if that answered your question. But to everybody else, we want to simplify for them, if that makes sense.
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Yeah, I do agree. And that's something that, I've been thinking about as well, is how can we simplify it for the new agents so it won't be so many notifications with the group. And so, but yeah, if I come up with something, I'll definitely let y'all know. But thank you so much for clarifying that.
Okay, I think we have two more before we go ahead and close for this call. See Michelle and Valerie.
Good morning, Samantha. Really appreciate you taking your time out to come on here and show those awesome videos. And man, it's just like the perfect timing. Every time I come on here, I watch a video or hear someone speak, and it's perfect timing. The things that I've been dealing with lately. And when I get on here, I always speak about myself, because I want everybody to know where I'm coming from. The things that I struggled with or have struggled with in the past, and there's probably all of us struggle with these things, is two things. One is excuses versus reality. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times when we come on here, we want to make things seem like everything's awesome. Like everything going on with our life is going good, and we don't want to talk about the excuses that we're making. Only you and I know what excuses we're making, and only you and I know what's reality in our life. I work 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm still able to build my business. I'm still able to do a lot of things. I every morning I do the same thing every morning. Now, what's the reality? That's the reality. Now the excuses come when I say, okay, I want to start doing videos. I want to start my YouTube channel. Now my excuses come in because that's where I'm uncomfortable. Some things that I'm uncomfortable. The reality is, do I have time to do it? I work 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. I have other activities going on. But what activities are keeping me from making my excuses a reality? So now I have to put in perspective, what am I going to do next? Am I going to do the videos or am I just talking about it? Now, Coach asked me yesterday, he says, come on, let's go live. I was working and I wasn't able to go. I didn't even see the message till late. And I apologize for that, Coach. It's like, man, I really apologize for not seeing the message and not responding to you sooner. And I should be more accountable to myself. You know, if I'm going to say I'm going to do something, I should take the time to do it. So I want to, like Coach says, we're going to do it today. I'm scared to do it, but I'm going to do it today for sure. I'm going to do it today for sure. I'm not going to make any excuses. I'm going to make my excuse of not going live a reality. So let's do this, all of us. I mean, you know, I'm speaking for myself. And if I'm having challenges with this, then we all need to face our, like Coach just told me, he says, face your fears. So what is your excuses? Put your realities on one side of the piece of paper, put your excuses on the other side, and start taking your realities and crossing out those excuses to make your excuses now become part of your reality. So now you start doing things that are income producing. You start doing things that's going to build you, edify you, and not only you, but edify others. And that's what it's all about. So I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you for the time.
Thank you for sharing, Michelle. I think we have one more person. If I can see. Okay. Valerie.
Hey, good morning. I'm going to keep this real short. I just want to thank you, Samantha. You did an awesome job. Thank you for stepping up and doing this last minute and doing a phenomenal job. So I appreciate you. So one of my issues and for this 90-day run is just optimizing my day. I'm working through that to get more organized, to make sure that I'm, you know, using my time wisely and putting in the hours I need to do, like putting in the action, the income producing activity, doing as much as I can in a day. I always feel like, man, I could be doing more. You know, I get mad at myself if I oversleep. I'm like, man, that hour I could have got this done, that done, right? So I'd be yelling at myself all day long, right? But basically it's like, okay, I need to get on a really regimented schedule. I need to be better with my time management. You know, distractions are like, if somebody calls me, if I get on a consultation or somebody wants like information and then they just be talking, like I have to learn how to like cut things, you know, down so I'm not just wasting time. So my whole thing is time management. That's what I'm really focusing on so I can do more activities to get better results. But that's it. Thank you again. And I hope you have an awesome day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing your feedback and what you're, you know, struggle with from day to day. We just want to, you know, moving forward, this is 90 days. Like, just ask yourself before we end the call today, I want to leave on an upbeat, you know, positive note. Where do you want to be in 90 days? You know, 90 days is only 12 weeks. So how much, just ask yourself, how much growth can you do in 12 weeks? The way to track it, you know, I'd say is, you know, write it down, make it plain, and also just make sure you don't go a day without accomplishing something new that you wanted to do. You know, don't let it linger where you have days or, you know, a bad day where you slack or don't do something that could have helped you accomplish something towards, you know, one of those goals that you want to see happen. You know, 90 days is a new year. You don't want to wait to after 90 days to, you know, start just because you say, oh, I got the rest of the year. It's a new year. You know, these things happen. These things could flood our mind. All of us are guilty, you know. So I got longer than 90 days. It's 2022. This is a new year. I'm just gonna wait. It happens, it's gonna happen. You know, the more you say things like that, the longer it's gonna take you to see, you know, get where you're trying to get. So definitely we got 90 days and we got work to do. We got things to accomplish. Put it in action, put it in motion. Go ahead and seek out, you know, new opportunities, new ways to make it happen. Network with people you normally wouldn't have. Network with people, you know, outside the team, on the team, okay? I feel like if we all work more together, we'll just accomplish a lot more than what we ever have. We got 90 days, y'all. And so in the chat right now, I wanna, you know, you just to put in 90 days, I'm all in. Type 90 days out, I'm all in. If you're gonna make things happen, stop your, you know, putting things on a waiting list. Stop saying, you know, what you can't do because of your situation. If you're gonna do that, I just want you to put 90 days, I'm all in the chat. We're gonna go ahead and close the call for today. I really appreciate everyone that joined in today. I want you to go out there and be great. You know, do the things that scare you, jump, kick down the walls, do whatever you gotta do, scream, holler, whatever it takes, you know, just do whatever you got to do to make it happen. And so just ask yourself, you know, what are you going to do in these 90 days? Like, what are you trying to do? What's on your bucket list of things that you know is going to take you to the next level and your team as well? You know, we can make a lot happen in 90 days. We can. And this is just the beginning of the first call, Saturday call. So I hope that this call was very helpful and also touch somebody's heart to go out there and be great and do more than what you have been doing. Okay, and so I want to close with just a little something to get your day going. Hold on just 1 second, and we're going to go ahead and end the call. Just 1 second. Okay, y'all, let's go. Get a little motivation going. How y'all feeling? Let's go. Let's make ourselves great today. Go ahead and vibe with me a little bit. It's okay. Loosen up. This is an artist from Mississippi. His name is Fritz. And I like this song. It's just enough to get your day going, get you pumped up, get stuff accomplished, get things going. Okay, on a higher note, you know, just something to boost your motivation, your confidence, whatever it takes to go out there and be great, just do it. Do things that make you feel good. Do more, be more, you know? So just listen to this for a second. You can stay on with me. You can hop off if you like. But yes, we're gonna do this. It's 90 days. Let's go. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, play Energy by Tyler James. All right, you guys. Hope you have amazing Saturday. Let's go out there and make things happen. 90-day run. Let's go.